Okay, so Australia in 1936, Kaiserreich timeline, or Australian Confederation as it's called. We are in a precarious situation here in our part of Asia, surrounded by the Germans in their East Asian colony, the Dutch with their Dutch East Indies, and of course we have Japan crouching in on us. I'm not sure what exactly the play is going to be today. So we are currently led by the Social Conservatives, the Australasian Country Party. We are in the Entente with our boys, our leaders here in Canada, the exiled royal family of the United Kingdom. We've got the French as well, exiled in Africa, and the Dominion of India, barely holding on. So, I'd imagine that my biggest enemies will probably be Japan, maybe Germany, depending on what path they decide to go, but we'll see. Okay, firstly, research, just the basic opener. Research, construction, production, factories. What have we got? Okay, Australia. It's not looking too industrialized, but that's okay. We'll fix it. We'll make a strong country of ourselves yet. Start building there in Victoria. The civilian factories, just one for now. And the production, I don't want that much supplies. Yeah, that'll be fine for now. We'll grab some trains after that. For dockyards, I mean, considering we're Australia and the people we're fighting, I should maybe invest in Navy, but I don't know how to play the Navy. So for now, we'll go convoys, and I'll check it out later, especially with the new naval rework. I have no idea how that works, I'm not going to lie, but it's alright. Okay, now politics. What are we looking at here? Our political paths aren't open yet. I imagine they will do so after the election event, which is in 1937, I believe. We've got foreign policy here, industry, armies, and whatnot. I think for now we'll just start with the economy. Okay, and
Order, sir.
the army, it's not too impressive. It's just some shitty militias guarding our territory here. I'll probably just recall them back home for now, across Melbourne, Canberra, Sydney, as so. Sydney Naval Base, just whatever. I don't care about the Navy too much. And our faction ideals, the new reworked faction stuff. I don't know. Let's grab research. Medium-term goal will be industrial expansion, and our long-term goal, civilian industry. Okay, I think that's about it for now. Yeah, there's nothing too interesting we can do at the moment, but I think we have a little balance of power here. Yeah, separatism and federalism with New Zealand. I think I'll try to integrate them, federalize it, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, and the split in the ALP's corps. So the once unified Labour Party has splintered into three distinct factions. We've got Jock Garden leading the Socialist Labour Party, the Langists, composed of disillusioned moderates, trade unionists who oppose socialism, and those loyal to Lang's vision. Okay, so the Labour Party is breaking apart. Yeah, our politics are very diverse at the moment. Oh, and there goes our King, George V. And next up, we'll get Edward VIII, old mate. Of course, we're led by the Governor-General, William Birdwood, and our Prime Minister, Earl Page. So the elections are coming up in September 1937, and we'll see how that goes. Now, a secret accord between the AFAL and the White Army. So, as socialist sentiments rise within Australasia, conservative forces have mobilised to oppose any potential SLP victory. The White Army, composed of the New Guard, the Old Guard, and the League of National Security, has formed alliances to counter the socialist threat. So we have the White Army and the AF, AL, the All4 Australia League are working together to prevent the socialists or the Labour parties from coming to power. 1936 Australasian Labour Party election. So we can choose between John Curtin or Frank Ford. This doesn't really matter for me. I'm not going to play as the Labour Party, so we'll just go with John Curtin because I recognise him. Now, Earl Page, our current Prime Minister, sets out his terms, stating that he is refusing to serve under Hughes and Menzies. So the Nationalist Coalition is not looking too good at the moment. Our leader, Earl Page, has refused to kiss the ring. He's openly refused to join a coalition with Hugh and Menzies, causing friction within the Nationalist Party. So it's not looking too good for the current coalition or the possible coalition. Anyway, at the same time of that, I've converted my entire army just into the basic infantry division template, which I don't have XP now, but once I do, I'll just edit it, make it a basic 20 width with like artillery and engineers, maybe some flame tanks and anti-air once we have more access to that. Our Prime Minister is causing some issues with the Nationalist Party. So I think we're going to choose Cameron to be placed in charge at the moment. What's that going to do? So we've now got Archie Cameron with one of the greatest hairstyles I've ever seen personally. I think that's amazing. So, you know, our country, it seems to be falling apart at the seams here. You know, lots of division and whatnot. I have some political power. I'll go up to early mode for now. Oh, and the Governor General passes a writ for an early election. Okay, perhaps this will end the chaos. And what else do we have happening in the world? Japan, social conservative for the moment. China is still uncertain. Anything can happen. Okay, an approach to Labour reconciliation. As Labour attempts to reunite its three factions, a special federal conference has occurred in an attempt to reconcile the Labour Party. Again, I'm not playing Labour, so I don't really care. I'll just go for the SLP. And over in Russia, Kornilov has just couped the government. I haven't seen him in a while. And Oswald Mosley is now in control of the Union of Britain. So the Totalists, Syndicalists, and Syndicalists. But I think these two can still change later on. Okay, what's this? The Treasurer's Retirement. I will say Lyons decides to fall into obscurity. And it seems Poland has gone totalist as well. So I'd imagine very soon they're probably going to be invaded by Germany. I don't imagine Germany would want a totalist Poland right on their border. Oh, and here we have a battle for the trades hall. So more infighting amongst the Labour Party. Or let's just say the ALP takes control. Okay, and India is currently fighting Afghanistan, as they usually do. I'm sure they'll win. Not a surprise there at all. I'd imagine later, once India goes to war with the other breakaway states, I should probably get involved and help them out. And yeah, as I said, Germany has just declared war on Poland. Yeah, that one was not surprising at all. And more Labour Union trade stuff. SLP this time. Why not? Let's shake it up a bit. What else do we have? United States. I wonder, would they be able to avoid the Civil War this time? Probably not. Anyway, there's our research done. 4th research slot. I'll grab the radio. And now with that, I think I'm going to divert into the Antipodean bastion of empire. So, as the British and French empires fell in Asia, the void allowed our enemies to establish themselves. Australasia stands the only stalwart defender of civilization against these forces of the German colonial and the Japanese despot. Okay, so yeah, we're really alone down here in this part of the world, and we'll see what happens. Okay, now more importantly, the coalition makes its choice. I'm going to say that because of all the conundrum, the nationalists are unable to put the country party in its place, and the coalition breaks. Yep, Poland has just died, of course, not a surprise there. Germany took most of it, with Ukraine taking the one state there. Okay, the day is finally here, election day. So we have 4 options: the Australian Labor Party, the Nationalists, the Country Party, or the Hoi4 Australia League. And, you know, I think because of the chaos of everything that's been happening, you know, the country's a shit show at the moment. No one knows what's going on. And in the chaos, the Hoi4 Australasia League shockingly wins. So we are now authoritarian democratic, led by Alexander Gibson. And that's unlocked the new focus tree for us, where we can do some interesting things. But I'm not sure if we're going to stay this course. So we'll get down the basic part here, and then see what happens after that. Time to restore some sane and honest government, get some nice military factories there from that focus. You know, our industry, it's growing, but it could definitely be better. I have a decent amount of civs. I'd like some more military factories though. I'm still not sure what kind of build I want to go for. Maybe like a bit of infantry with some marines and focusing on navy. I'm not sure. I don't really know what to assign here, to be honest, so we'll just leave it for now. Maybe a bit more guns and some artillery. Okay, and we have Imperial Airship Scheme. We will get the airships. I'm not going to use them, but I will take them. I don't mind. Quickly do the Equality of Sacrifice just to get some extra infrastructure. Over in Transamore, the militant godless state has just revolted. So Totalist faction here, fighting against Kolchak in Siberia. I wonder if they're going to end up being allied or maybe even couped by Japan. So we'll watch over here. I'll see what happens there. Okay, just as I finished that one focus, Kolchak has been murdered in Transamore, and Japan is now at war with them. So they're currently led by this guy, some military don, I assume, and yeah, they're fighting Japan. So Japan will be controlling Transamore, I assume. And anyways, we will now honor our war debts. What the fuck, mate? All I did was add 1 bit of infantry to my division, and we instantly got no manpower. Anyways, at the same time, we have unrest in Hong Kong. So it seems the discontent against the legation cities has soared in Hong Kong. Prominent Hong Kong businessmen pleas for funding were rejected by legation councils. I think we will move into Hong Kong. Let's spread our influence there. See what happens. Maybe we'll even be able to control it. That would be nice. As the syndicalist threat grows, it is imperative that we strengthen our ties with the White Army, a loyal and disciplined force that has proven invaluable in maintaining internal stability. So yeah, we're getting support from the White Army now, and previously we had just dissolved the party political machines. And here's the effect of that. So the governance of the Labour Party, and to a degree the decadent Nationalist Party, resembles that of the machine politics of the United States. So we're trying to reform the system here. Westminsterism without party decadence. Okay, so after getting close with the Australian White Army, the White, whatever it's called, civil conflicts has broken out nationwide. So a lot of people, especially the syndicalists and the Labour whatnot, are not happy with the move that we just did. So we should probably try to crush that. To arms against the socialists. And what has that done? Okay, so yeah, our country is not good. A lot of demilitarized areas, and okay, we have some decisions here about the Australian Civil War. The Hoi4 Australia League has infuriated socialists and Labourites, sparking civil unrest across Queensland, New Zealand, Western Australia, Victoria, and to a lesser degree the other regions. So we will try to suppress this. Okay, Japan and Transmore have just signed a peace deal. So, oh, they were actually annexed by Russia. Interesting. So now the militant godless is just here alone. I don't know what they think they're going to achieve now. And I guess Japan has lost all their influence in the east now. Unlucky for them. I'm slowly trying to stabilize the situation in the country, but there's not much I can do without doing these focuses first. America has just broken out into their civil war. As usual, they weren't able to avoid it. And why is Mexico this color? Ah, they've gone the monarchist route with Maria III. I've actually never seen the AI do this before, so that's interesting to see. And yeah, American Civil War, same as usual. Nothing crazy there. I don't know if I want to support them. I guess we'll see what Canada does. But even if they do to get involved, I probably won't concern myself too much. I'm not really interested, to be honest. And there we go, continuing the Civil War. And we could spread some more influence in Hong Kong, but I'd rather focus on myself at the moment. So we'll leave that for now. Wow, it's only 1937 and the Fengtian have already declared war on the Qing. So we'll see how that goes. Just judging by their military size, okay, they're about even, but you know, the Qing usually, oh no, the Fengtian, sorry, tend to do better here, so we'll see what happens. And then in Nanjing, we have Wang Jingwei, the Kuomintang have secured control of the coast there in China, and everything else is as usual, so we'll see how that situation unfolds there. Over in America, nothing has really changed at the moment. The war's still in its early days. Okay, I just pressed through accidentally, but the Civil War had stabilized. The government won. We did whatever we did to the protesters. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's opened up the rest of our political tree, so we'll keep going down this until the final one there. And with the conclusion of the Civil War, the position of the Governor General has come into question. So we can either keep the Governor General, which is currently Prince George, or we can give all power to the Prime Minister. And I think, you know, I'm going to give all power to the Prime Minister. So we'll still be loyal to the UK, of course, or the UK in Canada. But at the same time, we'd like more control over our own country. You know, the recent events has shown us that a more centralized command could be beneficial to the nation, so that something like that doesn't happen again. With our changes in policies, it seems New Zealand is becoming an issue once again. So we'd still like to federalize them, of course. We're not going to give them independence. No way, mate. Not happening. But it's going to have to be enforced. Well, forcefully now, unfortunately. So that unlocks a little new section over here. Where's New Zealand? Over here. We can't do any of these, so we will have to do federalism forced through the gun. Unfortunately, too bad Kiwis, but you know, it's got to be done. I decided to actually get involved in America, so we're helping the Pacific states over here. They're being supported by myself and Japan. Wow, so Canada, they asked me to support the Pacific states, but they're not really doing too much. They are sending Lend-Lease, I guess, and air bases and whatnot.
What are your orders,
They're not
sir?
doing anything. It's just me over here carrying the Entente's ass. So
Where to, boss?
hopefully it works, and if it does, maybe a united America under the Pacific states could join the Entente. That'd be nice. Hopefully.
boss?
I never know, though. I have never seen that happen. It seems that working with the White Army has not been too good for us, because they're now, you know, they're popular and they have influence in the government, and it seems they're now trying to control the government. So that plan may have backfired on us, but it's okay. You know, the White Army, they seem to be doing good for our country, especially here in America. They are making very nice progress. The Union State is like undefended, mate. I don't know what they're doing. Huey Longborough, how you going? It's not too good.
Keep
They're
moving.
encircled here. The way to the industrial cities is empty. I don't know what's going on here. They're not doing too well. Anyway, divisions in the White Army. As the dust settled from civil conflict, cracks have begun to appear within the once united White Army. Whatever, further, the New Guard, led by Eric Campbell, a more radical faction within the White Army, is encroaching upon territories. So even within the White Army, we have some infighting going on, and I think that's all about to come to an end here. Disarmament frozen in Parliament. So there's infighting now extreme infighting within our party in the White Guard and whatnot. But I think through the chaos, the new guard will manage to overwhelm the military. So now the new guard ascends, and our leader is Eric Campbell. So the Legionnaire, and that unlocks the tree now. So this will be our political tree. I think we're set in our ways now. Judging by the worlds though, how are we going to go? I think, of course, still Japan is definitely going to be our #1 enemy. They will be coming for us. Looks like Germany won the Indo-Chinese rebellion there. So they're still in control of Indochina, Malaysia. The Dutch are still around. So I may make peace with the Reichspakt. I think I'll preserve the European colonial order, offer peace to the Germans, and then just focus entirely on Japan, and maybe like Siam if they end up joining Japan. Yeah, I think that's my plan. The second northern expedition has begun, so Wang Jingwei is making his march north. The Qing are in a pretty bad situation here now, facing off against the Kuomintang and the Fengtian. It's not too good for them. At the same time, our Indian ally is fighting the Princely Federation. I could get involved, but I'm sure they've got it handled. And besides, I want to keep my volunteers over here in America. We are making some pretty good progress now. We've got a little, like a spearhead going in, about to cut Huey Long off in half there. So, unlucky mate. Hopefully he capitulates next. And then the Constitutionalists shouldn't be too hard. The Syndicalists are on death's bed, and then yeah, just the United States, and we should be able to sweep in and take control of the situation. And after a bloody integration, New Zealand will finally be integrated for good, and we won't have to worry about the forced federation and the negative spirits from that. Right, so we're on talks with Germany now about their Asian colony, and I think we're going to agree to peace and guarantee their protection. We'll lose a bit of national popular support, but I figure just so, like, if Japan or anyone goes in on them, we can join in at the same time and kind of just take them out together, do what we can do. Because I don't want to really be sitting here, not in a war while these two go at it. You know, I want to join in myself, get in on the action too. Mate, okay, so the Indonesians have just revolted against the Dutch. So once this focus finishes, I'm going to do the collapse of the Dutch holdings. Give us 3 options to choose from. We'll see what happens. Seeing as the position of Governor General and Prime Minister have been merged, we now have the question of our loyalty to the Entente. So we could declare independence, but I think I want to remain loyal to the Empire. I think it makes sense considering our ideology. Our whole thing is kind of being like, you know, for God, King and Country, all that type shit. So it makes sense to stick with them and, you know, continue the legacy of British colonialism in Asia and Oceania specifically. Yeah, okay, we're dead, mate. What the fuck is this, bro? Sort of encircled, man. Terrible. I don't know what the fuck the AI is doing. I completely cooked it here. And I'm going to suffer now because of them. Hang on, hang on. Maybe we can break out. Enemy down! And reconnect here. Come on, please, please. Surely we can save it. Okay, get out. Retreat back there. Okay. It's not completely lost yet. Enemy down! Maybe, hopefully. Collapse of Dutch holdings is finished, so that allows us to support the Dutch East Indies. But literally just before that finished, the Batavian Commune has been established. So what does that mean? I don't know. Dutch East Indies are on their own now. I guess the Germans could intervene. They could invade the Commune and like restore the Dutch. Or they could not. You know, they could just die here. So I think I'll hold on to this for now. If they win, great. If Indonesia wins, that's not really too bad for me either, because I could just invade them and then integrate them. So I do have the decision available, but I'll hold on to it just for now. Mate, this thing is just fully collapsed now, so I'm going to just recall my volunteers. And at the same time, the Raj has declared war on the Baratia Commune, so I'm just going to next, sir? Just going to move the army over here, and we'll intervene in that. I'd rather have a strong India than having like all the Entente forces just stuck here. So
where to, boss?
Rather end the war quickly so that everyone can
what are your orders, sir?
on Europe, hopefully. The Qing have finally died. Yeah, and the Fengtian took the most of it. The Kuomintang got a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Well, it seems they've got their puppet in Nanjiao, so we'll see how that goes. I'd imagine they'll be fighting each other soon. There we go, finally got it. I'm just going to give it all to the Raj, and I guess I'll take the Navy at least. Okay, and there we go. So, Raj Authority, they've been the 3 major factions. They'll probably fight these guys now, but I don't have to get involved with that. Surely. Actually, they're not too far apart, but still, I'm sure Churchill can handle it. Right, we've now got a decision for the flag, so we could choose between the national flag, the true flag of the Guard, or Francis de Groot's banner. I don't know, man. What do we got here? So, one combines the Union Jack. We fly proudly over motherland combined with the symbol of the Guard and draped with the old national flag. You know what? I think I want the flag of the Guard. That sounds pretty cool. I'll save. Check it out. Oh yeah. Yeah. We're keeping that. That looks nice, mate. 100%. Okay. Now, I think I'm finally going to touch the Navy now. It's about time. It's almost 1940. And my Navy is much behind that of Japan. I've still got this shitty modifier, the overside fleet. So I'll try to fix that. I'm building dockyards now. So once these are done, maybe I'll have a look at putting some kind of fleet together. Russia has just declared war on the German puppet states in Eastern Europe. It says they intervene in the Weltkrieg, but there is no Weltkrieg at the moment. But they've certainly started one. So yeah, we've got Russia fighting Germany now. Russia, they don't have Central Asia, but they do have the Caucasus minus Kuban. So we'll see how this goes. I'd imagine Germany can do pretty well, considering they're not fighting France at the moment. Okay, they're about similar strength. And yeah, so we've got the Reichspakt versus the Moscow Accord, which also includes Greece now. So we'll see what happens. I'd imagine the other majors will start moving soon. So Germany, Japan, France, Germany, and then us and the syndicalists. There it is, the Alsace Ultimatum. And at the same time, Lithuania has revolted against Germany, and there we are. The Second Weltkrieg begins. Germany and the Third International are now fighting. So they've got the lowlands. They have Ireland as well, and they just lost Lithuania, but I doubt that'll be a problem. And Venezuela joins the Third International too now. Okay. Now, what is Canada doing? They may be preparing to intervene soon, so I've got to get ready for that. And yeah, unfortunately, the Constitutionalists have won in America. They're probably going to do their own thing at least. So, you know, as long as they don't join the other factions, I don't really mind. It would have been nice to have them, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so I have this army, 14th Division, stationed in China.
Where to, boss?
In the legation cities, just preparing for Japan, maybe to take Taiwan or something. And then I've got this home guard here just chilling. I don't know. These guys I'll probably send to like German, East Asia or something. Fight Thailand or like Indonesia if they join. I don't know. I'm still not sure what's going on exactly, so we'll just have to wait and see. Japan has just declared war on Deutsch Ostasien, so I guess we're joining now. I might as well. Makes sense. I did guarantee him. And I don't think Canada is going to get involved with the syndicalists quite yet. So, sure, we'll join. Okay. German-Japanese war, and that puts us at war with the co-prosperity sphere. So yeah, Japan and Siam. So I've got this army here. We're just chilling there for now. This one, I guess, yeah, I'll ask access from them.
Alright,
I
sir.
guess you guys can just come here. Try push upwards there. And then we'll... Oh, well, firstly, I should call everyone in. Yep. Actually, they're not even in the Entente. So I don't have to defend them, but I can use them as a launch pad to land in Taiwan, for example. In fact, I'll do that now. I'll draw up a plan. Okay, Singapore is about to fall, but we're just making it in time. Wait, maybe not. Hang on. Come on, boys, hold on. Okay, we have made it. Screwing Singapore.
Yes, sir.
Barely, just made it. Okay, that was close. We'll try to push out a bit if we can. Wow, there's a lot of Siamese troops. 44, not too much, but they are putting the pressure on me. Okay, and the Dutch East Indies have joined the Reichspakt, so I don't think I'm going to get any land out of this, unfortunately. But at least I can maybe contain Japan and then China later. We'll see. But first things first. Okay, my ships are sinking. No, my ships are sinking. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, this was a dumb idea. I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, it's not important for now. I'll just try to push out of here.
What are your orders, sir?
So they're not, like, gonna overrun us or something. Nah, that's not gonna work. Okay, it's fine. We'll wait a bit.
Alright, sir.
Get more troops here. I don't have an air force at the moment, but I am researching one. So hopefully soon we can build up an air force. Try to get superiority here.
What are your orders, sir?
Push out. I don't like being this approached.
Push them back.
Work. Yep. And, oh, okay. Siam's coming into Indochina.
Orders, sir.
I have my troop stations here, but I'm not going to get naval supremacy. I need 2,000 power, and I've got like 60 odd ships. Outdated World War One damaged ships. Yeah, nah, I don't know. This was... Maybe I should have just fought the Germans, to be honest. Trying to slowly chip at it.
We're not losing this, mate.
Got a little uncertain now. So we can keep pulling off things like this. We might be able to slam around, but as for the sea... Ah, well, okay, there we go. China just joined. Fengchi, and now China has joined. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's over, guys. I think it's over. Yeah, this is terrible. I don't know what Germany's performance is this game. I've never seen this happen before, them just collapsing so quickly. And I kind of bet everything on them being competent. I should have just stuck with the Entente and just declared on the Germany station myself. Then from there build up and then take Japan. This is not good. Man, I can't believe it. What a shambles. I'll try though.
Where's next, sir?
Like they can't push me here. We can defend, but just supplies are so arse, and I'm not that strong that I could really attack and push him back. So I'm just gonna have a little stalemate for now. But we have China coming in from the north too now. So I might just cut my losses and pull out. Probably my best bet. I may just move down to the south here.
Alright, sir.
If they don't lose the port in that time. Okay. We'll return to Indochina later, hopefully. Okay, Canada's coming in now. I guess we will... Sure, embrace the Legionnaires.
Yes, sir.
And retreat to the south. Burma's just declared war on Siam, so we've got another ally here now. And what the fuck? China is now the Celestial Empire of Chugoku. And Hirohito himself is the leader of China now. Okay, so they've just gone for the full collaboration at this point. They're not a puppet though. But I guess in reality they definitely are a puppet of Japan. Anyway, that relieves pressure a bit here. So
what are your orders, sir?
Okay, we're still going to push back, that's great. But maybe yes, sir. Yeah, push. No, okay. How's the supplies? shocking. Yeah, that checks out. Maybe
Where's next?
here. A little bit. It's decent. Nah.
Where's
I'm
next?
just gonna wait. Hold on. It's fine. It's fine-ish. I'm not gonna lie. This is not looking good. But it's fine. We'll persist. Oh, come on. Autosave. What's the problem? Is it Germany? Is it Germany? Nope, I'm just lagging. But Germany's probably going to capitulate soon, unfortunately. I'm going to push back
Yes,
into
sir.
now. No way. Hold it. Come on. Oh man, look at this. They just control the seas and everything. Look at us. We've got a tiny bit of supremacy here. It's Canada. I wonder if they're preparing an invasion of somewhere. That'd be handy. If they could land in Japan, maybe knock him out, that would definitely help, but I don't know. I don't know if the AI is competent enough to do that. Because they are busy in Europe and South America too. And what's Portugal doing? Why haven't they joined us yet? I mean, they're not too important, but it'd still be nice, especially considering they have Macau. Anyway. And there it is, the collapse of the Reichspakt. Germany is on the brink of defeat. And... okay, here comes the peace deal. So what exactly has happened? What? What the fuck? Why did they go to Russia? Okay, Russia... Russia annexed German East Asia. So my guys are all...
What are your orders, sir?
Oh, man. This is terrible. What's going on here? Russia got that for some reason. So obviously we're still at war with the co-prosperity sphere. And they're at war with me and the Dutch East Indies, who are just on their own now. What the fuck? Austrian Empire is just capitulated. Okay, so we're truly alone now, basically. Look at that. Third International is massive, man. We've got Germany, Italy, the Balkans as well now. Russia is almost at peace in Europe. But at the same time, we're making some pretty decent progress here. The legation cities did join us, and they had Tianjin. We managed to push out from there, so...
Alright, sir.
We're killing China. There's not much left here, so we'll probably clean that up there on the mainland and the Manchuria, maybe push into Korea. At the same time, we've completely lost Malaysia, just holding on to for now. I have begun to produce some airplanes, so hopefully we can do something there. We'll just hold them for now. And yeah, I reckon we might get out of this yet. China's just capitulated, so all these Japanese units are in service now. Quickly try to kill them off, and then we'll march down to Korea.
Alright, sir.
Get the ports while we're there. Rest of China is looking pretty decent. I somehow got the legation cities as a puppet. I think because I had enough influence and stuff in them. So that's good. Free puppet in China. And we're making our ways through Malaysia now. Pushing out of there finally. The rest of the world is kind of insignificant to me. Mexico's in the co-prosperity sphere now, so I guess we're at war with Mexico, but as for the Europeans, I don't think they're going to be much of an issue for us anymore. I'm still not at war with the Third International. I haven't joined in yet. I don't know if I can be bothered, to be honest. I mainly just want to focus on Asia, and I think we're doing a good job about that, so we'll just keep fighting, keep going through Korea. Okay, it's been a bit now, just consolidating my hold in China, and I finally managed to pull off a naval invasion towards southern Japan. So we'll see if this lands. And surely I'll just quickly move my air over there.
Where to, boss?
They've lost a lot of men. Yeah, 1.7 mil. A million just from me. They've got between 30 and 80 divisions. So we'll see. Hopefully,
What are your orders, sir?
They shouldn't be too defended at this point. Okay, they are defended. Right, attacking. And we should be able to land. It's looking good.
What are your orders, sir?
Okay, support those. Come on. Yeah, we're in.
Where's next, sir?
Okay, I think it's over now.
Alright, sir.
It is over for Japan. So we're just going to move all our forces there and slowly move up. Japan's more or less finished now.
Securing the target area.
Tokyo, that should be it.
Where to, boss?
Come on. I don't think they have much left. Yeah, that should be the last victory point. They tried a naval invasion all behind, but it was pointless. I managed to stop it. The north.
Yes, sir.
Is whatever. I'm not so concerned about it. So
What are your
it
orders,
should
sir?
be the final nail in the coffin.
My way, sir.
Any day now. We've got full aerial superiority, CAS, fighters, everything going.
What are your orders,
So
sir?
very soon, last position protecting it. Tokyo. And there we go, there's Japan. What I did was I took all of Japan for myself really. I gave China to the legation cities. I gave Burma their claimed territory in Siam, took the rest for myself. As well as all the Pacific Islands I took too, and Mexico has gone to Canada. So I'll just wait a bit now for the puppet events to happen. Borders have been redrawn now, so we're here in Australia. We've got a decent little empire going on. We have a bunch of the Pacific Islands. I have claims on Malaysia, but I can't integrate them because I need these two states, which I'd have to fight Russia for. I can't be fucked. I'm not doing that. What else? I gave the Chinese territories back to me and released a Beijing government because under the legation cities they just kept giving it to these guys, which I didn't want. So we just created a new China. We have a Korean puppet here, Japanese puppet, of course, Siamese puppet, and Canada just liberated or puppeted Mexico. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I mean, our faction is technically still at war with the Entente and the Cairo Axis, but I can't be bothered. You know, I think I've achieved what I wanted to. My goals in Asia, we have a decent success. You know, it's alright here. Egypt is doing pretty well, surprisingly, so good on them. And I guess the Third International and Moscow are still at war. Third International seems to be winning, but I'm not going to stick around to find out how that goes. So, yeah, I'll leave it there. Hopefully you enjoyed. I don't know, it's my first time making a Hoi4 video, so I'm sure there's a lot I can improve. But, yeah, alright, that's it. Take care.